Okay, this next page is page 42. This question says, which of the following is equivalent to 5a minus 7 to the negative 2? So remember what I told you guys about how to denegify that word. What do? You put it down here on the bottom, right? So now you're going to end up getting 1 over 5a minus 7 and then 5a minus 7. And this is easy. All you got to do is distribute it. So it's going to be 1 over 5a times 5a is 25a squared. Okay? And right away what you can do is cross out a and d. A and d don't have a 25 at the bottom. Okay? And then the next one that you do after that is going to be negative 35a. And then here, negative 7 times 5 is negative 35a again, and then plus 49. Okay, divide or add those up, and that should be 7a. So it'll be 25a minus 49. Which one is that on the bottom? And that is going to be your answer B. Okay, the next one is going to be number 27. This one looks crazy, but do not be worried. You can do it. We're going to do this in bite-sized pieces. Okay, and in this situation, this part is doable, but it's like the answers look freaking crazy, right? So remember that when you have this, basically it's this gets applied to every single one of these numbers. We're going to start off bite-sized pieces, okay? So x to the 3/4 to the 3/2. So that's going to be x to the 9 over 8. Okay, so that's going to be our answer that we want to find in one of these. Okay, so if you look at answer A, for example, I'm only going to be doing, and this gets a little complicated because I have to write out each one. I'm just writing the first x portion out. Okay, so we know that this is the same thing as x to the 2 over 16, which is 1 over 8. Is that the same as that? No, cross it out. If you look at B, B is x to the, and I'm only writing the x portion out because we're doing bite-sized pieces, and then I have to apply the 135 over 48. Is that the same as that? No. Okay? Look at C. Okay, C is a little complicated. I'm just going to pull the x's out for the answers. It's going to be x. And then we have a 16 square root of 2. X square root 2. Okay, so look here. I'm going to ignore this one right now, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to rewrite this one right here as x to the 2 over 16, which is the same thing as 1 over 8. So we got x to the 1 over 8. So this is my new one, okay? Multiplied by x. Okay, to the 1. And a 1 is the same thing as 8 over 8, right? So what happens when you have these two together? You have to add them, and that's going to be 9 over 8. And so I know that C is my answer. The last one is number 29. And this one gives you this expression, t plus 5 over 8 equals 2 plus t plus 5, and these are square rooted. Okay, so you should already know what to do, but they already tell you what to do. They tell you that you got to square both sides. And they say that two solutions are produced. What's the value of the extraneous one? Remember what extraneous means? Extraneous means this is one of the solutions that when you plug it right back into the original equation, it does not work. Okay, so we're going to do exactly what they told us to do. We're going to square it, but we should know to square it anyways because that's fugly. Okay, that's going to make a regular t plus 5. It's going to be 64 on the bottom. It's going to be 4 and then t plus 5. Okay, so now remember we can't cancel this out because there's an equal sign. If this were a multiple sign, we could cancel the t's out, but this is an equal sign. So what do we have to do to find a t? Cross multiply. Okay, so t plus 5 times t plus 5 is going to equal 64 times 4. Okay, 64 times 4 is going to be 256. And this right here is going to be t squared, and then plus 5t, plus 5t, and then that is going to be plus 25. So it's going to be t squared plus 10t plus 25 equals 256. Okay, then we're going to have to go minus 256, minus 256. T squared, and when the numbers start getting like this, don't fret. Okay, it says that you could use your calculators. And then 256 minus 25 is going to be 231. Okay? Now we have to factor this. A t, a t. So this is the kind of difficult part. We got to find the numbers that 231 divides by, that if you were to add them would equal 10. And as you use your calculators, you could just go 231 divided by 2, 231 divided by 3, and try them all. And then when you get to 11, you will find that it's 11 and 21. And we know that this is going to be the positive, and because 21 minus 11 is 10. And if you multiply it as a negative, okay, so that's going to be t equals positive 11 and negative 21. We got our two solutions right here. Now we have to plug one in, and we have to find out which one does not work, okay? So anyways, if we plug it in to one at the top, you're going to find that negative 21 doesn't work, okay? Because if you go negative 21 plus 5 over 8 square root over 2 over negative 21 plus 5, because you can't have a negative number in a square root, okay? Because then that'll be an imaginary number. So that's going to come out to negative 16. You can't have a negative in a square root, because that's going to be an imaginary number, and they asked you for a real number. Okay, so our answer is going to be 11. We don't even really have to try it out, because we just know that you can't have a negative in that square root.